that the death toll has risen to 10 people in the Panchkula clashes. 10 people have lost their lives. Just under 100 have been injured, some of them critically, in the clashes that have taken place. Take a look at the images on your screen. You wouldn't be surprised at all. 6 army columns have been deployed in Panchkula. The army is currently monitoring the situation. A flag march, there are water cannons deployed. All manner of security agencies deployed. Cars have been burnt. Many of these Dera Sacha Sauda terrorists or thugs have started entering residential areas in Panchkula. We do not want to alarm anyone, but anyone looking at these images, you can understand for yourself what this situation is, and you need to take precautions for yourself. Sector 5, a residential part of Panchkula, has apparently been intruded upon by Dera Sacha Sauda thugs. 10 people, 10 persons have lost their lives in the clashes following the guilty verdict for Dera Sacha Sauda chief Ram Rahim. We will not call him Baba here on India Today. We will call him Ram Rahim. He has been taken in a chopper to the Rohtak jail according to our top sources. The information is being shared in a selective manner at this time because, let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, the state has completely lost control over the law and order situation in Haryana. Things have spiraled completely out of control. The media has been attacked, and the man who's been found guilty of rape convict, Ram Rahim, is on his way now to the Rohtak jail, where he will be lodged pending sentencing for his crimes on August the 28th. Please pause for a moment and take a look at the pictures on your screen. In these clashes on your screen right now, 10 human lives have been snuffed out as a result of a murderous, marauding, rampaging following of a godman have decided to take the law into their own hands in an unspeakable show of impunity against the state, against civil society, against democracy, and created Gurmeet Singh Ram Rahim, the rapist, was taken to Chandi Mandir, the army cantonment over there. That's the headquarters of the Western Command of the army, that is in Panchkula. He was put on a helicopter and he was flown out of the area. He was taken, I believe, or sent to Rohtak. I believe it's in Rohtak that he's going to be sentenced in a couple of days from now. This is after he was convicted of rape earlier on this afternoon. Over and above that, 6 columns of the army, that's between 75 and 100 soldiers a column. Let's say the upper number is 100. They've been deployed in the Panchkula area, and they've also been forward deployed. I should say forward staged in the Sirsa area. Why is Sirsa important? Sirsa is the headquarters of the Dera Sacha Sauda. However, they've not been deployed in that particular area. Should the government require more soldiers, that is an area of Punjab where there are tens of thousands of soldiers of the Indian Army who can be flooded into that area. However, the army is not a force that is used typically to control mob situations and riots like this. They are not trained for that. They are very much the last line of defense. They do not roam around with sticks and shields in their hands. They roam around with assault rifles. So the army can be called in to fire if the situation warrants, but that is absolutely the last stage, and obviously no one wants to even think about that situation arriving.
Right, let's go across to Nikhil Pandey, who's joining us for more on this. Nikhil, what's happening there? It seems that given the fact, like Vishnu was reporting, that Gurmeet Singh Ram Rahim was flown out around 4:30, and soon afterwards his supporters have also started leaving. Is that that your sense as well?
Well, at least that seems to be the case. At the moment, we have actually returned to the scene, that particular epicenter of violence, where our Holy-One, among other vehicles, has been torched. The smoke is still billowing out. In front of me, I can count, in fact, at least 5 motorcycles that are completely torched, at least 5 cars that are totally charged, turned purple, cops are sitting around. But there are no Dera premies here at the moment. Everybody has been removed from there. The cops are not giving us any indication of where they've been taken, whether they've been grounded at in those special jails that were created in Chandigarh and Panchkula, where they've been taken. we do know from our sources, in Punjab, in several districts of Punjab, particularly